What up, everybody? Happy Wednesday. I am Misaki from Kodansha. I love manga. I love talking about manga. You love manga since you're watching this show, so let's talk about manga today. Particularly, today I would like to dedicate this whole episode to break the special announcements for the spring 2021 new licensing announcements. So if you're watching this show, you are one of the first ones to find out what is coming up in 2021. So that's pretty exciting. So are you ready? Let's get going on the announcements. First up, the first one is Star-Crossed. This is the latest comedy by Junko, who is the creator of Kiss Him Not Me. This one is also print to digital title, so it's currently available in digital, but then it's gonna be available in print format in 2021. The story is about this girl Azusa, who is a mega fan of Prince for You, an idol group worshipped by girls around the world. But when she tries to save the lead singer's life, they both end up dead instead, Jesus. And a series of mishaps in heaven puts them back on earth in each other's body. Idol culture is huge right now, and this wacky comedy taps into that in the same way Kiss Him Not Me tapped into the yaoi culture. So let's take a look. Big spoiler alert, but everything is in kind of in Japanese still. These are Japanese pages, so I'm just gonna show you some of the art and maybe tell you what's going on. So the main character is this time like a pretty girl, seems like, but then something goes differently when she's making her childhood friend wait for her to be ready to go see this idol. She's buying all the idol gears, which is, if you're a fan of any idols, you know that you have to own everything that has their name and faces on it. Prince for You seems like a pretty popular group. You see all the girls rooting for them. These guys are the members. I don't know which one you like, but the main girl is into the guy on the left, who's the lead singer of this band. But then something happens. The lighting from above the stage falls on him, and she just dives in to save his life. And long story short, I cut that page right real quick. What happens? But seems like their bodies swap with each other, and therefore this title of this manga is called Star-Crossed. Get it? So that's that. Star-Crossed is one of the first ones that it's gonna come out in February 2021. And next up, this is a BL titled Summer of You by Furuya Nagisa. A wistful summer blossomed between two high school boys, finding themselves and each other through a share of love of movies in this dramatic 2-volume BL series. Perfect for fans of I Hear the Sunspot. Chiharu Saeki and Wataru Toda are two high school students who share a common hobby. They love to watch movies. After they meet, they become fast friends until one day when Chiharu confesses his love for Wataru. Wataru says that Chiharu's confession doesn't bother him, and the boys continue throughout their summer, going to pilgrimage to see film spots from their favorite movies. But the more time he spends with Chiharu, Wataru realizes that he may or may not only be as unaffected by Chiharu's confession as he claimed to be, but those feelings may also be mutual. Dun dun dun. So this is a new BL title, 2-volume series. I just really love this composition right here. The BL artists are really slick in terms of artwork, and yeah, their encounters starts out very subtle. Yeah, that's kind of one of the things that I like about BL. This is them kind of bumping into each other at like a video store, and yeah, like off the bat in like first chapter, the Chiharu confesses his feeling to him. This is happening as we speak, but nothing really happens. And then he's asking why he thought Chiharu likes Wataru. And he said, I don't know, I think it was just meant to be. Like, ooh, that's like so subtle way of saying it, but that's really nice of them. Another thing that I want to point out is that this is a 2-volume series, so like, you know, you can read the first one and then kind of get into it, and then you can finish the whole story in like 2 volumes. So short and sweet is what I love about BL. So that is My Summer of You. Alright, next up, Chasing After Aoi Koshiba. This one is a first Yuri quote-unquote girl romance manga from the creator of popular melodrama Masamune-kun's Revenge, Takeoka Hazuki. Here teams up with the acclaimed illustrator Fly. And it's about, it starts out with a high school reunion when a woman reminisces about the shallow girl she was in high school and her absent first love who taught her so much. So let's take a look at some of the pages. Oops. Yeah, like off the bat, I really love the art here. Fly is a very fly artist, as the name suggests, I guess. And then yeah, just like every single one of the characters are drawn very like attractively appealing, and then just like the point of view is a little bit different from like regular romance titles, like so the main girl here is like a pretty popular girl in school, in high school, but then before high school she was like kind of like a side character. Like this is her like thinking about her past in her blanket, like she doesn't even want to remember who she was back in the junior high days, and so she really wants to be like Aoi, like somebody who can just, you know, hang out with anybody, and just, you know, like who's very popular among boys and girls, like, and used to play basketball and like a very outgoing person. She really wants to be like her, but and here's Aoi calling her homie friends in the boys' bathroom, and she's like, who does that? And next moment she turns around, like she's gone again, and she's hanging out with this like kind of like not the most popular girl in school, I guess. Just like she's already kind of judging what's going on, like she's hanging out with all these like uncool girls or something. That's not really a friend for somebody like you, is what she's saying right here. And but she doesn't, Aoi, the girl, doesn't seem to care about that at all. Here she's saying, oh, don't tell that I was hanging out with them, and the main girl is like, yo, I see how it goes. But then she goes, oh, you know, like everybody else is so much better at cooking and knitting and stuff that we do in the clubs. I feel kind of embarrassed to let people know that I'm, you know, also trying to do the same. So she's actually like kind of putting herself down compared to the non-cool girls, and she realizes that here, and she's like really ashamed of herself for kind of misjudging or short judging her friends immediately. It's just like I just want to die here. And she's like, I'm the one who's like should be embarrassed of, like, I don't want to be hated by Aoi-san. She's like, she grabs onto her arm and she's like, wait, what are you doing? It's like, and then she goes for it. This is like beginning of their relationship, and yeah, even she seems to be surprised about that. But I think what her true intent of her kiss, I think you have to kind of find out by reading the comic when it comes out. So that was Chasing After Aoi Koshiba. Yeah. So how do you like it so far? Seems like all kinds of relationship is happening this upcoming spring. It's pretty exciting to see different diversity of relationship represented in manga. So I kind of wanted to just throw a question out there, like, which spring 2021 titles that we have announced so far are you excited about? You might update that as we speak more about the announcements. I'm gonna go on a snack break for a little bit just to read over what people are saying on the chat and take a break for 5 minutes or so. And I'll be back to do more announcement. So I'll see you in a minute. Peace. back, everybody. How was your snack break? I have some tea. Just because it's like a freaking hot day today. So, are you ready for some more announcements? Well, ready or not, here I go. Next one up is the Cells at Work Baby. This is actually coming out as like a digital title in July 21st, which is like less than a month from now. But we're also doing a print in 2021. So the story goes, it's not easy. It's not easy feat to keep a body happy and healthy. We all know that by now. So even the newest cell have their tiny, weeny, chubby, wubby hands full. Join these cute baby cells as they work hard within their newborn baby body in this newest, literally, spin-off of Cells at Work. So, who's a fan of Cells at Work? Yay! During the lockdown, I think that was one of the first anime that I watched and made me feel a little bit better. So I'm kind of fond of it in like a brand new kind of way. I have appreciation for it. So let's take a look at the Cells at Work Baby. It looks like a kindergarten here, and it's kind of funny thing is that the all the baby cells are literally like kids. They're all babies, but then they're already working very hard to bring the oxygen to the body here. And I guess this is still a baby inside a mother's body, so there's like all kinds of things happening, like earthquake type of phenomenon has happening, and here the blood cells speculating that it must be a giant robot who's causing those trembles. I'm not sure about that, but but it gets pretty serious. Like you can see here that it's almost like a disaster film. So Mama's body is like a disaster film. So it really sure ain't easy being a baby cell. So that's Cells at Work Baby, and next one up is this is a vertical title. It's called Haru's Curse by Asuka Konishi. The story goes, after Natsumi's younger sister and her best friend Haru dies at the age of 19, she begins dating Haru's fiancé Togo on the condition that he takes her only to places he had taken her sister. Their relationship deepened as the season passed, but Haru's curse lies between them. Will there be happiness after Haru's curse is broken? So let's take a look at that. This is a pretty unique piece right here. I mean, as soon as I started to see the pages, like I was like really drawn to this. It's like really, really dark. Dark means it's like a backstory. So this is her sister's funeral, and like few pages in, like I see this title page, and I was like, oh wow, this ain't gonna go down easy. Like, it's not so happily ever after. Yeah. So the main character, Natsumi, she has like this relationship, very interesting one with this guy Togo. In the beginning, before it was Haru, her sister, who's like better looking and like very nice, like who was called up to be like a fiance to this guy Togo. Apparently their families both from like really kind of high status families, so they wanted to pick their marriage candidate out of like this particular family. So they picked her sister, but then as we have just heard, that's the sister dies rather easy before we get to know them. So here Togo, the guy is offering Natsumi to be his fiance right after her sister dies. I was like, oh my god, how screwed up is he? But then this actually turns into her journey to find out what was her sister's life and her relationship with this guy was all about. So that's why she agrees to this really kind of weird situation and a relationship that this guy Togo offered. I don't know, like this series really reminds me of like old Tezuka series, like in the darker Tezuka, like not that really cute and you know, like heartfelt one, but like the really dark ones like Ayako. Maybe, I don't know, but I really like the art style very much, and I'm looking forward to read this piece myself. So that was Haru's Curse. Okay, next one. A School Frozen in Time. Where do I recognize this artwork from? It's because it's Naoshi Arakawa's first piece, like his debut piece. That's the creator of Your Lie in April, and teamed up with the novel writer Misaki Tsujimura, who wrote Anime Supremacy. One snowy school day, like any other, classmates and childhood friends Hiroshi and Mizuki arrives at school to find the campus eerie empty. Before long, they find themselves trapped inside with 6 other friends and even stranger. All the clocks have stopped at a very specific moment, the exact time when the former classmates jump off of the school roof to end their life 3 months earlier. It turns out that this departed friend is their way out of their current predicament and may even be among their group. But no one can remember who it was that took their life on the sad day. The students must face themselves and their past memories to piece together the identity of the suicide victim or risk a similar fate. With their lives lost and forgotten inside their frigid school walls. I thought it was fridge. Okay, so take a look at that. 冷たい校舎の時は止まる. So like off the bat, this is kind of like dark beginning. Like this is like news article on like the a student taking life by jumping off from the school roof. There you see here that the students are actually coming back to school after its closure. After this incident. So these are the 2 main characters. It's like, this is a beautiful scene right here, and these are their friends. Like you could already kind of see the momentum and the vibe that the Your Lie in April has, but then he was like still under the creator was still under development of his style. So it's actually quite interesting to see how his story developed in the story that was written originally as a novel. Like he seemed to have a very deep understanding of school classroom, and while like did you hear anything from the teacher, like being like, you know, schools being canceled or like influenza going around? Like well, they're wondering because like there's nobody here at school except the 6 of them. So what's up with this situation? You're about to find out when the manga comes out. Alright, and last but not least, there's, in case you missed it, the Eden Zero is becoming an anime. Oh my god, yes! This announcement was made first from Mashima Sensei's Twitter and also this page ran in our latest chapter of Eden Zero Simon Pub. So this is one of the good reason why you should be following Simon Pub, because we tend to make these announcements in the beginning of the chapters, so that like the hardcorest of the fans would hear about this news before anybody. So that's great news for Eden Zero Mashima fans. That's it for now. But don't wait, don't. I'm just letting you know that we will have some more announcements that's coming up in the coming weeks that I haven't mentioned in this episode yet. So like if you're hoping for something else, like you might want to check back on us within like the next several weeks. Just putting that out there. And the summer has just started, so we'll have more convention panels and live. We let you know. So key is kodanshacomics.com. So now let's take a look at the chat here. People, I'm just like finally catching up to what people are saying. Like people are already kind of screaming out the titles that they really want. Like Shaman, I can't make your opinion. The in the future, you can do that there. Yeah, take the survey if you want your voice to be heard. I'm still looking at the crazy chats right now. It's like it's going in a crazy speed. Like literally can't read it. What am I supposed to do? Okay, let's take a look at. I'm also on Facebook today, so I'm taking a look at what people are saying. They say super happy for these announcements. It looks good, interesting. I love these. Thank you very much. YouTube is on fire right now in Jochu, and somebody say, oh, I only like the business side of manga. Who are you? I wonder who. Sure, kidding. Translate. I have to keep track. Lag and apparently they were supposed to announce that new translation about Zaregoto. Really? How do you know this? Cool though. There was like another Tokyo Revengers, Ace of Diamonds. Yeah, like I really want to count how many people are saying these things. Chat is cool, but I would really appreciate. Alright, I died. And